All right, welcome to the Maximum Edge Sports Wagering Show. My name is John Santucci. Call me Tooch. I have got two guys here, great handicappers, sitting next to me here. I got on your left, my right, Anthony from Powdered Sports, and CT Bets, the star of The Hustle on Wager Talk. And if you're not watching The Hustle, what the hell's wrong with you folks? Jesus, come on. You got Adam Trigger, CT, Drew Martin, and Kelly in Vegas. Great show. You find me and Anthony hanging out in the chat room once in a while when we have time. We're not capping games. CT, how are you doing, bud?
Tooch, I'm doing well. It's nice to be back with you guys. Always a pleasure, and really appreciate you having me. It was a good championship week and closed out strong yesterday. So excited to get started for the big dance here.
My favorite time of year. Thank you for lending us your time. Anthony, how's it going? We were red hot. We had a little ice cold day yesterday. How's it going? Feel good tonight?
Yeah, Davidson screwed me over. Outside of Davidson, it was a good weekend. Yeah, everything's so far so good. I mean, light day today. I'm just looking forward to tomorrow and the whole tournament. This tournament's not going to be easy. I'll tell you that. It's probably one of the hardest ones I've had to deal with. So, looking forward to it.
Right, we're going to break it down, get out some of our favorite games to look at, even might maybe talk some first four and NIT. I will kick it over to you guys. CT, where do you want to start?
Yeah, sure. Well, let's start with a game that I bet right when the lines popped yesterday, and that is the ACC champions, Virginia Tech. I made Virginia Tech my best bet on Saturday versus Duke in the finals. I also said sprinkle on the money line there. I kind of thought the spotlight would be too much for those young Duke kids with the whole Coach K swan song, and turned out to be right. And I'm coming right back with them, Tooch and Anthony, on Friday in the first round. I got them getting 2.5 when the lines popped. It's down to 1 now. I like them to win that game outright versus the Texas Longhorns. What a job that Mike Young has done with this Hokies team. A lot of momentum going into the tournament. I like to bet on teams that are playing good basketball, and this is one that was closed out the regular season strong, and obviously championship week strong as well. They play great lockdown defense. A lot of the kids were interviewed this week before the tournament started, and they were saying how Coach Mike Young preaches defense all the time and is constantly in their ear about it, and now how good defense transitions into them on offense and gets great opportunities for them. And that's what we saw on Saturday night. Hunter Couture, that kid was all over the place for the Hokies on Saturday night. And I think this is a really, really good matchup for Va Tech. Texas has been very, very inconsistent. And Chris Beard has not been what the Longhorns have hoped for this year. It's still the same old cursed Longhorns. So I'm on the Virginia Tech Hokies on Friday, guys.
Right, lots of Shaka Smart talent still there. Anthony, your thoughts? You and I have been fading Texas on the road all year. But what's your thoughts?
Yeah, that was a system play.
Yeah, yep.
Texas not at home all day, every day. I've been the biggest hater on Texas all year because they're frauds. Simply, they're frauds. So you're favored versus Virginia Tech? Are you kidding me? That's like a steal. That's free money, in my opinion. So, I mean, I'm all over that as well. My best play coming into Thursday or Friday, I'm all over the Jackrabbits. I love South Dakota State. Providence is not playing good right now. They're one-man showdown. I mean, outside of Watson, he's an animal. You shut down that guy, I don't know anybody that can shut them down. But South Dakota State, this team is lethal. And their dogs, I took the money line for screw the points. Give me the money line plus 110. I can even see them be favored going into game time. This Providence team, they're struggling the past couple games. They didn't look good in the tournament. They squeaked by Butler. Squeaked by. If that dude did not hit a 3 in the corner versus Butler, which was his first field goal of the game, he was 0 for 8 before that field goal, they would have lost that game. They would have lost in the first round. So South Dakota State, they're playing red hot. They're probably playing one of the best game plus basketball of the season. Give me the Jackrabbits all day, every day.
Right, against the luckiest team in the country, Providence Friars. Luck's got to run out sooner or later, CT. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with Anthony on the game at all. It's going to be South Dakota State or no play, and I'm leaning towards the Jackrabbits as well. It kind of leads into another game that I'm looking at, which is on Thursday, and that's the Creighton Blue Jays versus the San Diego State Aztecs, and that is a number 8 versus a number 9 game to kick things off here. I played San Diego State here on the money line minus 130. Before losing the Mountain West Finals on Saturday. This Aztecs team's ripped off 6 in a row. They get a much-deserved at-large bid. They hard-fought game versus Boise State on Saturday night. I was actually on Boise State on Saturday night getting the points. They got the outright win there. I really like this Aztecs team, though. They play great defense, and you're going to hear me say that a lot. I really like to back teams that play great defense and also teams that could score. And this is a team that not only can play great D, but they have some shooters out there as well. And this Creighton team, I really think they're going to struggle to score, as we kind of saw on Saturday versus Villanova, missing freshman star Ryan Nemhard. He was a big part of their offense, and Creighton missed 13 of 13 threes in the first half versus Villanova. And they were still somehow down 1. But Villanova kind of took control there and obviously got the win. I think this is a really good matchup for San Diego State. They match up really well. This is a really young Creighton team. They're very well coached, but San Diego State is very well coached as well, and I think they're going to get the job done here. So this is a play on Brian Dutcher and the San Diego State Aztecs for me on Thursday. Money line minus 130.
I like it. I've been on San Diego State. I mean, I love the addition of Matt Bradley because he's the shot maker, the creator. Not only that, he's a bigger guard, rebounds too. He'll bang under the boards too. Then of course Nathan Mensah, one of the best defenders in the country. You put him up against Kalkbrenner, you got like a nice little war going there. Yep. I like the job Coach Mack has done with Creighton. Right, this is 2 hours west of me here in Omaha, so I've been following the Blue Jays, like the Blue Jays. But yeah, I love the defense of San Diego State. And it's weird because Creighton, not normally a defensive team. This year they've had a focus on defense, but without Nemhard, man, I don't like their chances. I'm on San Diego State as well. Anthony?
There's one game that I'm very, very intrigued about, and it's the St. Mary's, and they're going to play either Wyoming or Indiana. And that is going to be a great, great game because, I mean, what do we expect out of St. Mary's? We know they're a great defensive team, but if just say Indiana wins, Indiana or St. Mary's, that's going to be a hell of a game. Indiana's playing very good. They're healthy now. I would love to see what St. Mary's brings to the table versus a Big Ten team, because St. Mary's, I mean, let's be real, they've been playing against weak teams. Like Gonzaga's been playing weak teams. Their toughest team they play, besides Gonzaga, is San Francisco. So I'm very, very intrigued on St. Mary's on how they play against a team that's not in their conference, on a non-conference game, because that is a team that I'm very, very interested about. I love Indiana to beat Wyoming. I'm not convinced on Wyoming. I'm not sure about the points, but I think Indiana versus St. Mary's plays on Thursday, and that's one game that I'm very, very interested in.
Right, so that's a play-in game on tomorrow, I believe, right? Indiana and Wyoming.
Wednesday.
Is it Wednesday? Okay, Wednesday play-in game.
No, that one's tomorrow.
It is tomorrow. Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the late one tomorrow.
Yeah,
Right, late play-in tomorrow, 2-12 seeds. Indiana has the size to bang with Wyoming. It's just Wyoming, man. I really like the Maldonado at guard. That dude's a star. And then Ike at forward, he's got enough size too for to take on Indiana. This will be a close game. I probably lean towards Wyoming plus the points.
I do too.
I don't know. I mean, this will be a close game. Indiana had a little surge at the end, but I don't know. It's a tough game. I kind of like the points in my back pocket though in these tournament games. All right, moving on. My bet I like is the over in Arkansas, Vermont. Both these teams can score. We know that it opened at 139. It's bet up just a half a point, 139.5. I think both these teams can get to 70. I like Arkansas to win this game. Like I said before the show, Vermont hasn't beaten anybody. They're all seniors. They all can shoot. Arkansas has got JD Note is going to score at will. He might have 40 points. But CT, your thoughts, Arkansas versus Vermont.
Yeah, I have a future on Arkansas. I think we talked about it a couple of weeks ago when I was on here. I have Arkansas at 80-1. I wasn't thrilled with the draw that Arkansas got here. Like you said, this is a UVM team that's been there before, right? We've seen what they've done in the tournament. Years and years ago, I think it was 2007, they beat Syracuse in the first round, and that was a huge upset. So these kids aren't afraid to shoot the ball. Like you said, they can shoot the lights out. But I think they made this line too short as well. I think that Vermont is going to be a very public play here in the first round. Everybody's kind of seeing that Vermont team. They were blowing teams out in their conference. This is a very, very good Arkansas team and a very well-coached team. And I think that them losing on Saturday in the semifinals was actually a good thing for this Razorback team. Get a little rest, get ready for the tournament, and Musselman will have them ready to go. Note and Williams, they should take it to them. I think they're going to be too much firepower for this Catamount team.
Well, how do you feel about the total?
Yeah, like you said, both teams can score. A couple of my really sharp friends, I saw they were hitting the over, and then by the time I went to take it, the number was kind of already gone, Tooch. So I didn't play it too much. I'm not a big totals guy, but I'll probably be on the Razorbacks. If it's at 5 now, if that dips to 4.5,
I think it opened at 8.
Yeah,
but it's been bet down. You get a good number at 5. Another game I like the total in the fast-paced Marquette. Speaking of Shaka Smart, and the scoring of North Carolina, I like the over in this one, but it's been bet up to 152. Anthony, your thoughts? Total Marquette UNC. I know you're on UNC on the side.
I'm just like Chris. I'm not a big totals guy. I mean, you know that firsthand. 95% of my bets in college basketball are sides. I just don't have much luck with picking totals. But so I stick with it. But I would just lean North Carolina. I think the North Carolina play is the best play. I mean, this team could have very easily won the ACC versus Duke or Virginia Tech. So, I mean, this is a team that don't sleep on. It depends who they play, but I think they just blow by Marquette. I don't think Marquette can hang with North Carolina this year.
It's funny. Marquette beat a bunch of teams, the first half of the season. A good road dog to play early half of the season. Then they faded down the stretch. I thought Marquette would be an NIT team. Surprised to see my alma mater in the NCAA, but they had some quality wins versus tough opponents. Another game I'm looking at Thursday, you got St. Peter's versus Kentucky getting 18 points. I mean, St. Peter's likes to slow it down and play that half-court offense. 18 points too much, CT, for a slowed down game, total of 132.
Yeah, this was a game that caught my eye as well, Tooch, and it would be St. Peter's or pass for me on this one. I do kind of like Kentucky to kind of come out of this region, though, to be honest with you. Obviously, we know I'm a Baylor alum. They are banged up right now. It will be interesting to see. Obviously, it's very tough to go back-to-back. We haven't seen a team go back to – actually, we haven't seen a team finish farther than the Sweet 16 since Florida when they went back-to-back. That was about 15 years ago. But Tusha kind of went off subject there to answer your question.
All right.
It would be St. Peter's for me if I played the game, but it's probably going to be a pass.
Anthony, you and I have made some money on St. Peter's this season, especially in that last game, the championship game. We had St. Peter's. Your thoughts, St. Peter's, Kentucky?
St. Peter's has not been a good non-conference team. They came into conference play below 500 and literally just no confidence in them betting them. I didn't know how to even approach them because that's how bad. 18 points is a lot. I think St. Peter's slows the pace down. If you look at their non-conference games, it's very rare that any of these games really blew them out by more than 15. So 18 is a little bit of a stretch. I think this is more of a public perception. You got Kentucky versus a non-big conference team, as in St. Peter's, who doesn't score many points. They rely on slow pace, and they are probably one of the best teams in drawing fouls against the other team. If you ever watch St. Peter's, it is boring because all they do is get fouled, get fouled, get fouled. But they are masters of it. And that's how they were able to get into their conference and win the championship, because they know how to draw fouls so well. So I'm very interested on how they can do this versus a very, very skilled Kentucky team. But this is a big pass for me. I can't touch Kentucky minus 18. St. Peter is going to slow the pace down. I can see them scoring 55, 60 points. That means Kentucky's going to have to score 80s just to cover the spread. So this is a pass for me.
Well, let's talk about CT's alma mater. How's their health doing? They've got Norfolk State, not a bad team, and they're laying 21 points. What do you think, CT?
Yeah, I actually kind of like Baylor here. That line opened up a little lower. I think 20 was the opener there. I tend to bet the big favorites here early like that, and I think that they'll be able to cover this game. They are obviously banged up, but I've heard that LJ Cryer might come back and make an appearance here in round 2, and that would be versus the winner of Marquette UNC. But they should get the cover versus Norfolk State. They are a good team, but Baylor should pull away and kind of get the big win here.
Right. I look back at Norfolk State. They haven't really beat anybody. You know, their best win is probably North Carolina Wilmington. So
put it this way: I was on my way home from work today, and I was listening to ESPN radio, and they had the coach of Norfolk State on, and they were kind of asking him about his matchup, and he's like, "Yeah, that the Akinjo kid, he's pretty good." And then don't they have another a guard? I forget his name. I'm like, yeah, Adam Flagler, the absolute assassin from deep. He's going to be a big problem. So you should get to know his name real quick.
Watch some tape, coach.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens there.
There's no one on Norfolk that can contain Flagler. There's no chance in hell. Baylor, this is going to be a blowout. I actually got Baylor. I locked it in this morning. This is going to be a blowout. I mean, Norfolk is probably one of the weakest conferences. These guys struggle, and they're as bad as the SWAC. So, I mean, Baylor, I'm all over Baylor.
Right, that first day really has some intriguing matchups, man. Memphis, Boise State. Man, I kind of like the under in that one. Boise State games turned into this rock fight, with slowing down. And, Memphis has started to really play well. They had a little, Houston got them in that third game. They played each other. But Boise State, Memphis, what do you think, CT?
Boys, I'm having a tough time hearing you. I'm sorry.
Oh, all right. Can you hear me now? No, here. All right, hold on. I'm going to bring you out for a second and bring you back. All right, how's that? Better?
No, it's all choppy. I'm sorry.
Nothing yet. Anthony, go ahead. Say something there.
Oh, man.
Can you hear me or no? No. So,
nope.
What game were we talking about? Boise and Memphis?
Boise and Memphis.
I mean,
it was going well for a minute.
That's a tough game. It's a very tough game. Boise, this was the game I passed on. These are two teams that it's going to be a battle. I mean, I really don't know how to do this one. This is a very, very tough game. Like I said, I looked at the matchup, I looked into it, and I just passed on it altogether.
All right. How about Chris? Do we have you back yet? No, huh?
No.
Nothing? Do you want to go and come back?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about
one game.
Okay, go ahead, Anthony.
No, go on.
Iowa.
Michigan, Colorado State. All right, we'll talk about
He's
Iowa.
back. Can you hear us now, Chris? Do we have a sound? No? Nothing, huh?
Technical difficulty.
StreamYard, man.
We can hear you fine.
Yeah, we can hear you fine. That's crazy.
All right, Iowa, Richmond. Man, I don't see how Richmond can keep up with Iowa.
No, I like Iowa. I like Iowa in this one. This is actually a pretty easy matchup in my opinion for Iowa.
I agree.
Yeah, it's up to 10.5 now. I'm correct. But Richmond should never even beat Davidson. Davidson, 2 minutes left in the game, up 5 with the ball, and they found a way to lose the game. Richmond didn't win that game. Davidson lost that game. And that was such a heartbreaker because Davidson was pretty much like my whole day. That was my one confident play of the day. Even the money line, blown away by that game. So Richmond, I'm fading Richmond. I know a lot of people are fans of this Spiders team. I'm just not a fan of them. I rode Iowa for the past since what? Beginning of February?
Yep.
So Iowa's my team. They've made me a lot of money, including that plus 1,000 future ticket for the tournament. This one, I'm all over Iowa. I didn't place a bet in it, but I love Iowa today. Oh, I'm sorry for that game.
You want to talk a little play-in games? We have let's see, tomorrow, Texas A&M Corpus Christi versus Texas Southern. I like the points. I just think better free throw shooting team, better rebounding team, getting points. I'm on Corpus Christi.
Texas Southern, just because they blew out their competition, well, it's the SWAC. Has anyone ever watched the SWAC game? And that's what I was telling Tooch for the past few days. Have you ever watched a SWAC game? It's horrible. Like, you rather put a knife to your eye because these guys cannot make a simple layup. It is just dreadful. Dreadful. These guys don't know how to shoot. These guys
Sorry about that.
Not even barely hitting the rim. There we go. You hear it?
Can you hear us now?
I can't. Good. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
StreamYard, man.
All right.
We were talking Iowa, Richmond.
StreamYard.
So I'm now a believer in my backyard town, backyard team. I love the Hawkeyes, but man, sometimes I'm just like, I just too close to it probably, But versus Richmond, I don't see how Richmond's going to keep up scoring with Iowa. It was open at 9.5. It's bet up to 10.5. Is that too many points? I don't think so, but
I don't think so either. I like the way that Fran has this team playing right now. They look like a firehouse, like they're shooting the lights out right now, and they're playing great defense. And really, that game was never really close. Purdue kind of made a late run yesterday, but then Iowa just kind of shot the lights out again. And Purdue looked like they didn't even belong, to be honest with you. I was very, very impressed with this Iowa team. They have so many kids that could shoot the ball from deep, and they're very lengthy. They're starting to play very good defense, something that they aren't used to doing. We don't see that from this Fran McCaffrey team. And this Big Ten tournament, they started to play pretty good D. So we'll see what happens in the big dance. But yeah, I lean towards the Hawkeyes versus Richmond Tooch.
Yeah, I was surprised at how well the defense played against Purdue. Purdue has a lot of size, and then you have guys like Perkins on the wing has got the length to defend. Rebraka could bang under the boards with some of that size. And then Toussaint also is pretty solid, And then you've got assassins like Bohannon and Keegan Murray,
Keegan Murray, man, he's just an absolute stud. What a pro.
I don't see who's going to match up with Murray on Richmond, but I could be wrong. I like Iowa in this game. I kind of like the under. I don't see Richmond being able to score enough to push it over the total. But I like Iowa's strategy for the most part of the season has been we're going to go down the court every time and score, and you have better keep up with us,
right?
Because we're going to score 3 out of 4 times. You can just score 2.
Best.
Yep,
I've been saying it for the past month. Iowa is a team that's catch me if you can. I'm going to score 80 points. If you can catch up to me, great. If not, you're going to lose. We're going to score 80 plus points a game. And that's been their mentality. If you watch them, I mean, they just go out. You can't keep up with them. And I mean, that's why I loved Iowa so much going into the tournament.
All 5 positions.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the Big Ten teams were playing bad. All those good teams. Illinois was playing bad. Purdue wasn't playing good.
Yeah.
Ohio State is depleted. They're limping into games.
I'm not sure Ohio State doesn't make it out of the first round.
Iowa's no, they're not going to make it. They don't deserve to make it.
Yeah, Tooch, that I'm with you. That was another game that I bet Loyola -1. Ohio State was going to be a fade for me pretty much no matter who they played in the first round. And I like that matchup with the Ramblers there because that is a veteran team, and we saw what they did last year, and they are not afraid. This isn't too big of a spotlight for them. Very well coached, and I could see them winning this game no problem to open it up versus Ohio State. This is a team, like you said, that probably shouldn't even be in this tournament.
Right. They lost in the first round last year against Oral Roberts, if you remember.
Yeah.
But most of the Big Ten, I'm not, Wisconsin with the Johnny Davis injury, I'm not so sure, they might win against Colgate. I'm not sure they cover. And Illinois better figure out what to do because, if they're not getting the ball inside to Coburn, and then letting those shooters shoot, if the shooters aren't shooting for Illinois, it's trouble for them. Ohio State and Purdue haven't played very good defense at all. The only team I'm not fading is probably Iowa. It's like the rest of the teams you could probably fade. Although Michigan, they did some damage in the tournament last year, might be a team to look at there. Anthony, any other teams you're looking at catch your eye before we give out a free play and let CT get out his way?
I like TCU versus Seton Hall. Call me crazy, but this TCU team is still the most underrated team in college basketball. No one gives them enough credit. They play in probably one of the hardest conferences. They're 20-12, and they're the 9th seed versus Seton Hall team that's very beatable. Going into the season, Seton Hall was a beast. They were, dominating everybody, but they came down to earth. And I say watch out for the TCU team. I'm not saying they're going to go find the tournament, but don't be surprised if TCU last Seton Hall.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I like Mike Miles too. Like his game. Seton Hall, they'll bang with you and stuff, but I don't think they have the guard play to keep up with TCU. But you never know. I think that'll be a good game, man. You happen to know the line on that one? I can't find it on my sheet just yet.
Yeah, it's TCU +1.
TCU
minus 1.5.
Yeah.
Seton Hall -1.5. So TCU money line for me or nothing probably. All right, what do you say we give out a free play? We're at almost a half hour.
Tooch, I got a quick one more here that I'll give out to win the West actually. So I'm playing on Texas Tech +550 to win the West. I am not high on this Gonzaga team. I think they were much better last year, and this Texas Tech team is the best defensive team in the country. And Mark Adams is the head coach of Texas Tech, and he is the one who designed this behind Chris Beard when Chris Beard was there. Mark Adams is the brains of the operation. He is my coach of the year, and I think that they could do some damage, just like we saw them do last year. I think they lost to Arkansas in the Sweet 16, but this is a team that has kids that have been there before. They're full of transfers, and they have kids that could shoot the ball as well. We didn't see them play that very well offensively on Saturday night versus KU, but this team could shut anybody down, and I think that's great value. +550, Texas Tech Red Raiders to come out of the West.
I like it too. Gonzaga against a strong defensive team. We saw what St. Mary's was able to do to them. It's not like they're unbeatable. Anthony, your thoughts of that region? Texas Tech coming out versus Gonzaga. I know you like Texas Tech.
I got Texas Tech out of it. I did one bracket already, and I got UCLA, Texas Tech, Kansas, and Arizona as my top 4. I know it's a lot of chalk, but watch out this UCLA team, man. They're healthy now. They are a team to watch out for. They're going to sneak their way into these games. and no one's even talking about UCLA. Watch out.
I like it because, they played for the majority of the year with some injuries. Either Juzang or Jaquez were out.
Yep.
And then now they're playing. They're back together playing. So yeah, I'm with you on that. I think they're going to make a nice run as well. Any other last thoughts from either of you fellas?
That's it. Gave out a few picks, gave a little future there, and we're off to the races. Let's see what happens come Thursday.
Nice. Anthony, do we have a free play loaded up in there?
I can make one.
For
Give me 2 seconds.
How about something for tomorrow? Whether it's NIT or how about VCU -6.5 versus Princeton? I think VCU is going to kill them, but that's just me.
NIT.
NIT, yep. Or yeah, we do have a lot of NIT action tomorrow. Anything NIT catch your eyes? How about Santa Clara at Washington State? That's an interesting game. I kind of like Washington State. Santa Clara plays in a little bit of a weaker division. Washington State's got some talent, didn't play that well, up to expectations this season. But let's see.
Washington State is a team that I backed a lot this year, and I think they're very capable of making a run in the NIT, especially I think they're going to have home court advantage as well in the NIT. So that Washington State team is tough, and they're very well coached as well. So I'm with you. I like what you're putting down there, Tooch.
Right on. What do you think, Anthony?
I have no clue what you just said.
We're going to give out Washington
Here's the
State.
free plays. There's a free play.
Okay. You got a free play loaded up in there? All right. Hold on. There you go. I like it. Yeah, let's do that. Virginia Tech and South Dakota State.
I'm very confident in both of them. I know Chris is confident.
You
like them.
I love Virginia Tech.
Yeah, they're good. Plus, they're dogs. Outright money. You're going to get plus money for these two teams. So play with confidence. And it wouldn't surprise me if they're favorites at game time. It would not surprise me.
South Dakota State, is that money line or plus the points?
Money line. Money line. Screw the damn plus two. Take the money line. Grow a pair of balls.
All right. Well, CT, thank you I know we kept you over time.
No.
We had fun again with Anthony and I, and we will see you next time.
Yeah, always a pleasure, guys. Sorry about the technical difficulties.
No worries, man. Thanks again.
Thank you.
You're all good.
All right, guys.
And I'm the team captain. He's the preview, and I'm the main attraction.
Unstoppable, unconquerable, on top of the world, accomplishing the impossible. Unstoppable, unconquerable, on top of the world, accomplishing the impossible.
Invincible hustle, mighty desire to conspire, to transpire.